Hi, I'm Tyler with EPM Iowa Property Management. Today's topic is around breaking a lease. Occasionally, a resident will have something come up in their lives where they'd like to break their lease and relocate. When a resident signs a lease, they're signing a contract. Sometimes it's month to month, and sometimes it's a year long lease. You need to read your lease fully to understand the terms and process to give notice and break your lease legally. But I'll give you some general guidelines here. On a month to month lease, generally a resident needs to give notice before the next term begins that they're going to be moving out. So if they want to move out May 31st, they would need to let their landlord know that they're moving out before May 1st. So do it April 30th or even before that. So you've got a buffer there. On a year lease, a resident would want to give their landlord notice in much the same way, at least a full month before they'll move out, which would be the end of their term. Most yearly leases go month to month automatically unless the landlord or the resident gives notice. So if your year lease ends on July 31st, but nobody gives notice and anything's changing, you're now going to be in a month to month lease and you just have to give normal 30 days notice if you wanted to move out at that point. Now, if you're in a year lease and you want to move out before the end of the term, that's generally where we run into more issues. Technically, you're liable for the complete term of the lease, even if you want to move out, let's say 4 or 6 months early. Now, if you come to some other agreement with your landlord, that might be able to be flexible. Like if you move out, everything's cleaned up, they can rent it to somebody else, and you only have to pay for the difference, that it was vacant. A lot of times we make that work. Now, there are some conditions where you can legally get out of your lease, like active military duty, domestic violence, the property being unlivable, or if a landlord is harassing you and it's not a good place to live. So the key is to read your lease and make sure you understand the terms and implications and follow the process to give proper notice. Thanks.